Here we go.
Yo, it's Guido coming at you with Coffee Talk. I've got my nice French roast right here, about halfway done. Coming at you from the left side of the Atlantic.
And it's Pilgrim from the correct side of the Atlantic with his mug of tea, a pink eye because he's just poked himself in the eye, and you get a free post-it sticker notepad for every cup of Pilgrim you buy today.
Cup
Get on
of
the merch store, get it bit.
cup of Pilgrim. What's what is a cup of Pilgrim?
Well, it's a Pilgrim cup.
Oh, a Pilgrim cup. No, it's not a cup
Cup of Pilgrim.
of Pilgrim. Okay, got it.
Of Pilgrim.
It is Sunday the 12th, my friends, 2023. This is Coffee Talk Live with Guido and Pilgrim. Hope you guys have had a fantastic week. And here we are, man, Sunday morning. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's see, channel news and whatnot. Well, I had a somewhat eventful attempt, I will call it an attempt, to mess around with my old computer yesterday.
Right, you did.
So the house general is out of town. So I'm playing games, messing around, working on videos, yada yada. I look over at the old computer and go, well, I really want to put the old 3000 that I think died into the old rig and see if maybe it works. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But
Right.
but all of a sudden that became a big issue.
Oh, because
Because when I built it, I put in a hard drive SSD that connects into the PCI slots,
okay,
as opposed to one of the M2 slots, which that card actually has two of those, the old version 3 ones.
yeah.
Older, not necessarily old. It's
No.
like a Rod Strix 370 or something like that.
Okay,
Card,
okay.
motherboard.
I mean, I'm answering you like I know what you're talking
I
about.
know. I'm mostly talking to them.
I'm like, yep.
You'll understand this, though. The 3000 is so big and the slots are so close that I can't put the hard drive in and the card.
Yeah.
So that's a problem because that's where Windows is. It's on that hard drive. And then I started looking at options to move Windows loads, and it's a complete pain in the ass.
Right,
It's
right.
insane. The frickin' I mean, it made my head spin a little bit as I'm looking at all this going, all right, so I can do this, but I can't do that. And then it's third-party software if you want a mirror and blah, blah, blah. I'm not really sure where my code is either because I'm not sure which Windows is in that one. If you were smart, you would have put the sticker on the back of your rig.
There you go.
I don't know why I didn't do that. I can't tell you. It doesn't seem to be there. I have various Windows stuff laying around here and there with different codes. I don't frickin' know which one it is. I really don't want to reload Windows again on it. That's
No.
kind of just to test the stupid card that I know is probably dead.
Yeah.
So I mean, I went down that rabbit hole for like an hour and a half futzing around with that
Wow.
thing. Yeah.
Wow. Do you not have a buddy who can test that for you on his rig or something? Just to slot it into a different.
I will tell you that I called around to several supposed repair shops and asked them, hey, do you have a setup where I can just can I bring a graphics card over and drop it in and let me know if that thing works or not?
Right, and you got like no, you can't, or no, don't.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
None of them,
They're
I mean,
very helpful, aren't they? They're very helpful, these IT places, aren't they?
I don't know. I kind of figured they'd have a rig sitting around that they could just do that. Just pop a card in, like an open rig, that just to test and see if
Yeah.
the card's good or not.
Yeah.
I
would
don't
think.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, I
Hey,
think...
when I was over in Northern Ireland, many years ago, when computers were first started, I had a mate who had a computer shop. He used to build them, and he
Yeah.
used to have an open rig like that. Because I used to help out on the weekends to try and learn, but I never learned anything about them. We just used to go and drink beer, you know. But anyway,
There you go.
yeah, he used to always have an open rig sat on the desk, and people used to come in and he'd pop stuff onto it just to see. Yeah, it wasn't connected to the internet in any way because I think it was back then. It was AOL or something, whatever the internet was back then. But yeah. So to me, why not? Stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I called several places. It's all these kind of little mom and pops, and hey, I repair computers and all this kind of crap. And I don't know. I just couldn't find it, but I gave up on that because I was wasting time with that. And it's not a big deal. I can probably just say with 99% surety that card is dead. But I was just really curious. I'm looking at it now. I just had a thought. I might be able to swap the slots they're in. Somebody said it's tied to the BIOS. I think it is when you load your Windows.
Yeah,
I think it.
I said Windows.
Yeah, I think it looks at your motherboard and then says that's the rig it belongs to, kind of thing. But it wouldn't be a new motherboard. It would just be because you can change hard drives. They allow that. If you upgrade your hard drive then into the same computer, then you can do a new load. If I can find the license key, which I don't know where the hell it is.
It's one of those things you get it, and then you just like, I won't need that. You pop it in a drawer somewhere, and it's never to be seen again, is it? You know, the license. Ask me, no idea. Why don't they give it you on a little brass plaque or something on the?
Well, they do. They give you a stupid little sticker, and you're supposed to put it on the rig. But I wasn't smart enough to do that. And I found one. I'm like, oh crap, I found it. And then I'd actually written on that one that was Santi's computer. I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's Santi's.
Oh bugger.
I don't know.
Bravo, Michael, lend you his. Look, it'll work.
Okay,
surely.
yeah.
Bro, right, I did invent the Enigma box. You're right. Back in the day.
The Enigma box is where Pilgrinomics comes from.
Well, yeah, in Pilgrinomics, yeah. Well, I just can't get my head around how chilled you are about the fact that the thing is a brick, and you've paid all that money for it. I just can't get my head around it, mate. I'd be storming through the doors of the company that sold me that piece of shit and shoving it up the arse of the CEO. You know what I mean? I really would.
Nothing I can do about it, man. And I think it's because I've been messing around with building computers for so long, and I'm no expert by any means. But like I've said, I built my last 3. It's always something with these things. And I've been really lucky. I mean, that 1080, I just put it back in the old rig over there. You know,
right.
I mean, there it is, sitting right there.
It is, alive,
sitting
on there.
There's Miss
Man, that's a huge case.
Oh, it's massive.
It's a huge case.
Yeah, it's massive. It's way better than this one. I would really love to actually use that case, but I'd have to do a lot of extra surgery to put in the proper USB receptacles because it doesn't have 3.0 or whatever. So
so it's a bit of a mess about. Yeah, exactly, Wayne, exactly.
It's a dog.
Somebody will be wearing that brick where they don't want to wear it.
Well, it looks like the Raptors have 3 balloon kills now, so they're 2 away from an ace.
That way, doesn't it?
2 away from being an ace.
Tell you what. All you F-16 boys are really jealous now, aren't you?
Yeah. Not really sure what's going on with all that. You have to assume that it's been going on for a while and finally noticed or something. I don't know. Maybe it's...
Well, if you believe the news, you know, it has been happening. They've been putting balloons across the United States for a long time, the old Chinese. Yeah. Just that, you know, now is the time to take some action.
I guess. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. 100 Battle Challenge, Badger next. The T95, as well as I've been playing the T42. I'll have quite a few videos of the T42. What do you want? Can I help you? This dog is on my last nerve today. I don't know what she wants. She's been bugging me all day.
Oh, bless her. Has she been out?
She has. Now she's looking at me like she wants to go out again. What do you want?
Well, send it to me. I'll take her out. Well,
Mocha, go see.
Chat away. Go see Pilgrim.
Go see Pilgrim. Give me a second while I let this ridiculous dog out.
I'll keep the troops amused. Would you like me to sing, chaps? And we need a vote. Everybody who's on needs to vote. We need to do a poll. Would Pilgrim sing or not? What's the poll? Well, there you go, Metal. Brute, there's a 1 yes for Pilgrim, 2 yes, there's 3, there's 4. Any no's, please? 5. Oh, Brute, you can't have 2 votes. You've had 1. 4. 4 votes. How many people are on? 5. Hang on. Oh, you're still not in the majority. Banzai, no. There we go. He's back. Sorry. I put it to the vote whether they wanted me to sing while you were away.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I think the nose finally snapped it.
The nose have it. Okay, good plan. Let's see. Still working on the BZ68 for the review on that thing. The T42 is not a bad little medium.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
I don't hate
like
it.
that.
I don't hate it. Actually, it's not bad. Not bad. The Kingdom Come. I did a Kingdom Come video on Saturday. There'll be another one next Saturday. I got a little further into the game. Some of you guys had played the game, so I got some good advice off of that as well. Interesting game, Pilgrim. It's not bad.
I saw the video you did on it. So yeah.
Very story driven. You do spend a significant amount of time listening to the dialogue. I assume if you play through again or whatever, I don't really know why you would. I guess because it is so story driven. It does say to some extent it's open world, but there's also, at least so far, there's definitely a story you're following through.
Well, it says open world, but it gives you choices, and whichever choice still leads you to the same next step.
Does it? Okay.
It's like all these things.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, but the choice you gives you different types of abilities or pathways to the same
Right.
result. You know what I mean? So
you spend a lot of time watching cutscenes and dialogue and stuff, which has been good enough to be intriguing so far. So, not bad, actually, not bad. So we'll see how far I get into that thing.
I might actually download that. That is a single player though. You can't
It is, yeah.
multiplayer, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway. I don't know if they have any.
There
PvP.
weren't any hobbits, Guido.
There were no hobbits.
Wayne hits the nail on the head because I did put something in chat about hobbits for you.
Did you?
Because you said they were hiding in the long grass.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Speaking of hobbits, actually, check this out. So I did the Midjourney thing, and we created the gnarly elbow hobbit avatar for you, right?
We did, yes.
So
yes.
I put in the same prompt, which we used a couple months ago for that. This program is learning fast. It's very interesting. It's losing a little bit of its charm, though, I think.
Oh.
As it gets better. So this is what it came up with this time.
Right, there's a delay. Oh man! No, there's nothing there that really.
Yeah, I mean those are supposed to be hobbits, colonial hobbits. I don't know.
I don't know. They look more like some of the World War One generals that
they do, yeah. And I said NCO, so it's very interesting. I don't know, man. It is. So you can tell that it's improved in terms of what it can build, but the some of the abstract nature of it, some of the whimsical abstract nature of it, struggling to do those things is gone.
Yeah. Well, the picture, the avatar that's there, that is definitely a gnarly hobbit, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know
Oh yeah.
It is exactly as described. So I think it's lost a little bit of charm there.
Well, I didn't.
The generals.
I didn't put in this. I didn't say gnarly. It just built that.
Oh, did
I just told it to have
cool.
a colonial hobbit drinking tea, NCO.
Yeah.
NCO drinking tea, and that's what it came up with. So you can see that it got better at producing the images, but some of the weirdness that was interesting, some of the interesting parts have gone away, which is
it's a shame,
interesting to me anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's cool.
So there you go. I was thinking about trying to get you a better avatar, but we're gonna have to stick with the gnarly.
I like the gnarly elbow. I don't want to look any prettier than that because it's exactly what this face is like.
Yeah. Next stream, I don't know, fellas.
I've seen this in the morning, mate.
No, good lord, no, thank you. Next stream unknown. Next stream unknown, and we talked about the computer stuff, and that's pretty much it, fellas. I think for channel news. You got any other news there, Pilgrim?
No, I think we've. Well, we'll get onto it on subjects as short. I've got a little bit of tidbit that might help.
Okay. Did I mention it before I left? I am working on the Watt needs improving video. I'll get the final one out. I took the rest of your inputs on the second video I did on it, or the first video where I showed your inputs. There were some more inputs, so I've taken all that. I just put those all into the document. Now I'm reworking it again, looking at a few things, trying to find. I've got a couple duplicates and stuff like that, and I'll do a video on that. That being said, there's also a video coming out tomorrow that I'm calling something that I can't remember right now. It'll come to me here in a minute. But it's talking about balance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's been a patch 1.20 is doing some rebalance stuff that I thought was kind of interesting. So I'm going to find it here. The Balancing Act.
There you go.
Right.
Sounds like Balancing Act.
I thought it was terribly clever title, which I then could not remember. So I guess it wasn't.
Sounds like.
It wasn't really that clever, apparently.
Wasn't a hook.
Anyway, we'll talk a little bit about that today, but I'm going to save most of that for tomorrow for that video. So I do get it up in Wargaming's business a little right there, based on balancing, which you can imagine the standard things going on there.
Yeah, Wayne, I agree with Wayne. What needs improvement? We had that yesterday, my friend. No, Friday, wasn't it, Guido? Friday when we streamed. We had the 80,000 battle guy with his 43% win rate sit on the red line.
Yeah.
And then crawl forward at the very end. We had that.
Yeah. I'd like a last date played in the tank carousel or the stats. Oh, that'd be interesting.
That'd be good, yeah. Last time you played it, yeah.
For each individual tank, is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Let me actually add that while I'm thinking about it. Last date played.
Thaddeus says check out Magical Jelly Bean Key Finder to get your Windows key.
Really? Oh, does it dig into the BIOS and find out what the key is? That'd be interesting. For every tank. Okay, got it. All right, I think it's time to shill. We're going to move on to missions and specials. We're going to get the blue light special out, even though Kmart is defunct.
Yeah. Like every other big
I think Walmart does something like that. Does Walmart have lights? I think Walmart.
I think they have red lights, don't they? Walmart have red lights?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to make it relevant to today, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It doesn't need to be relevant to today.
It doesn't need to be
old here. You know.
Okay, fair enough. Nothing has to be relevant here. That's very true. All right. Premium shop. There's actually a decent deal in here, guys. Just run the key finder part. You don't need to install. And yes, it puts it from your register. Oh, right. What's it called? Magic Jelly Bean? What else does it load on my computer? Lots of malware.
Yeah.
Steals.
You got to be careful with that.
Steals all my passwords and Magic Jelly Bean. Okay. Cool.
Clippy's put it in.
Yep, I see that. Yeah, thanks, man.
Right.
Cool. Well, there you go. I guess I got to run it on that computer, but it is working. So thank you very much. That will be very cool. Because then I could just, well, I guess then, once I get it, I can reload Windows.
Yeah. Yeah, because you'll have the key. But it's not like like you're.
I'll just pull that drive out.
Yeah. You could have an external drive just to run the OS.
No, I already have one in. I put an old SSD in there.
Oh, got you.
Actually, it might be a mechanical drive, but anyway, a 500 gig drive doesn't matter. I just need a drive that'll run Windows. Just run the key finder. The other installs. Interesting. I'm trying to think how I would do that. Do I have to get into the BIOS to change it? To change that? Or do I need a disk for the Windows? Anyway, I'll have to figure that out. It's hurting my brain right now.
Well, you can put it on a USB stick, can't you? You wouldn't need a disk.
Well, I need the Windows install, so I'm assuming you can do that online, I think. But it would. My brain is hurting. I have to get Windows from somewhere, obviously.
Yeah.
You can download the Windows ISO from Microsoft. I know, but don't I have to have something that will start up the computer and get to the internet before I can download Windows?
Yeah, but the BIOS can do that. You can do it from the BIOS. You don't need the OS can be.
You can download it.
Windows.
Right, USB or make a CD. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can do it with a USB.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Like I know what I'm talking about. Hey. A stick.
All right, old brute. Take care, man. Well, if I can start
later,
it,
brute.
that old computer actually has a CD. If I can start it from a USB, I don't even really need to load the whole. All I want to know is if the card works. So I suppose I really don't even need an OS. I could just put the card in, start it up, go to the BIOS and see if the BIOS sees the card.
See if it recognizes
And
it.
if the BIOS doesn't see the card, which is what it did when it died, then that's probably my answer. Yeah? What do you guys think? Crowdsource. Yeah.
That's true, Cliffy. If the BIOS comes up, the card's already in there working.
Right. So I could just pull the hard drive out, put the card in, start it up, go straight to the BIOS, and see if it sees it. Yeah. A torch just to like light it on fire and throw it out the window. Should I make a video of me burning the computer in my fireplace out in the back? Not a bad idea. Or I'll take my old baseball bat and I will recreate the scene from Office Space. From Office Space with the, I think it's a printer, right?
Yeah.
PC load letter? What the hell does that mean?
Oh dear. Yeah, Mojo. That's what I was thinking. You can put the ISO file on the USB stick, make it the boot. Yeah, make it the boot drive in BIOS, and that will get you in surely.
Oh, definitely the X597, and then turn it into the 5.4 post. Right. 2431 hike. Switch around to the. Put in the skizzle flizzle and pull out the yazza bizzle and.
Use a post-it note to write notes on. I don't know.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, see, that's what I did. I just put down magic something bean right there.
There you go. It works.
Filed. All right. We're supposed to be shilling.
I know.
Dog's back. Hi. What can I help you with? What do you want? I'm not sure.
Has she had breakfast yet?
See, this is the conundrum. I got up really early. I took my vitamins. I gave her medicine. I don't know if I got distracted. It's very possible I didn't FEED her.
That's why she's coming up to you, because she's like,
"Where's
my breakfast?"
But I'm also pretty sure I did.
Well, the only true test is to put her breakfast back down again and see if she eats.
Just give her another bowl.
What if she'll love you forever for that?
Oh man, this coffee talk has just completely gone off the rails.
Track a bit,
it has. All right, let's chill.
Let's chill.
There's actually a decent deal in here, guys. Scrolling on down. No, maybe it's back up. I don't know. Where is it? Here it is. Now, the problem with this deal is most of you have one or more or all of these tanks. However, if you don't have a bunch of the Sherman stuff, this is only 58. You can put a coupon on it. I can get it down to like $52. It's a Rev, which is a tier 8, and 3 tier, well, I thought it were 6s, a tier 6 and 2 tier 6s and a 5. So the Rev, the FL10, the M4 Improved, and the Thunderbolt 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, 52 US. So I can actually go here. And I can go apply a coupon, and it brings it down to 52.31. Yeah, the Rev's not a fantastic tank, so I'm not saying you're getting really great tank here or anything necessarily, but it is an 8, and it's kind of fun. It's okay, not great.
Well, it has a very fast shell. I mean, it's got it's accurate, a very accurate and a very fast shell.
It used to,
meters per second, but it is fast.
It used to be like, a medium with a huge alpha, which now it's 390 is not really that impressive at tier 8 anymore. No. But there are the other 3, and one of them is a Brothers in Arms crew, which I think comes with the Thunderbolt. And there's a style thrown in there for whatever that's worth. But there you go. The rest of these 3 just come with 100% crew, but the Thunderbolt comes with the Brothers in Arms perk. So, like I said, good deal. Not fantastic tanks, but price-wise, that one's hard to beat.
Well, if you haven't got those particular tanks, that is a deal to do. If that's
Yeah.
what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, it's not great, but it's not horrible. The Lurva is on sale as well as the CS52 LIS. Lurva always comes around on Valentine's, and they do that Valentine's.
Yeah.
Get it, love, Luva, love,
Yeah.
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Burr is out.
Barusk.
Yeah, you can spend $113 and get a bunch of gold and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
That's pretty much everything that's going on in the store, my friends. Not a whole lot else. Let's look at
Do you
the
know
specials.
what frustrates me? I've got two 30% coupons.
Yeah, 30.
And you would, 30% coupons. And
Really?
you think, wow, well, get them spent, Pilgrim.
Yeah.
But when you click on the little icon that tells you what you can buy with your 30% off, it comes up with, let me just click and I'll tell you exactly what it comes up with. It comes up, so you go to items that you can apply this coupon to. Click. And up it rolls the STA2, a load of premium days, and then all the standard tanks that I've already got. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a disclaimer in there. It says, get an echo off your headset, man.
Oh, I'll turn it down.
Does not include special offers, discounted items, valid. Yeah, so already
Anybody ever
discounted stuff.
wants. You know.
Yeah, you're right. That gets me to the STA2 and the regular tanks. Basically, it's that's not very much stuff, is it? It's almost nothing.
No.
Almost nothing. What of these would I get? I guess that would make a good deal on the prototype. It's decent. 103 is okay.
Yeah.
Super Pershing. Yeah, that's not.
I
very-
guess it's a first world problem.
Yeah,
But I've
yeah.
got all the tanks they can offer. So the 30% goes against premium days.
But it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Because you're like, oh, 30%, and then the things you can actually apply that to are unbelievably limited. That's
Yes.
kind of crazy. Worst shillers ever. That's right.
Yeah. Oh dear. Look at the named coupon.
Yep. Yeah, Leaf fan. I just on those things. I don't know. I'm with you, but every time I trust camo in this game like that across the open, I always feel like I get spotted or whatever. But it was a great game, man. Well done, 100%. That one was fun. All right, let's see. I don't think we have much else here to talk about, my friends. We're just standard act in the store. But I guess the next big thing is Battle Pass coming out, so we have some news on that. We'll get to that in just a minute. There's a TikTok event. Whatever you think of TikTok is another subject. But if you're a TikTok kind of person, you can win 100,000 gold or a premium vehicle. But you've got to go follow them on TikTok and do some other whatever you've got to do. Let's see. Follow us on TikTok and sign up for our Gleam giveaway. So you're doing a lot of clicking and signing up for crap. But if you want to, there it is. There's the information. It's on this particular article right here. All right. What else we got?
We've got Diablo having a fully upgraded experimental equipment, which we're going to come on to later on, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. Absolutely, 100%. Steel Hunter ends today, folks. So if you've got anything to do with Steel Hunter, you got to do that today.
Yeah.
The T100 LT and 110E5 are on track.
Yeah.
Clan Wars starts tomorrow.
Yeah, indeed.
That's true. Fast Red Horse. So February 13th. And then probably after that, Battle Pass will start, right after Clan Wars. And there is a new Twitch drop campaign ongoing. And I wanted to show you guys this in case you didn't see it. Most of you probably know this. But it's actually kind of cool. Because if you go into the depot and you go to the parachute and you click on the token store, you will find that we have some more interesting things you can get. You can actually get tanks. And I think you could last
time. Look at that, yeah.
I think you could last time, as I recall. But 100 coins, so you're going to have to save them up. You're going to probably have to do all of the Twitch campaigns you can do this year to get 100. But you can come up with some tier 6s. They got the TOG, the FL10, the Firefly. I like the Firefly. TOG's fun.
Yeah.
These are actually all good. I don't have any problem with any of these 4. These are great tanks for tier 6. Whatever you want to do in there. But also 250,000 credits. Check it out. 10 coins for that right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple styles, and then we got garage slots, we got times fives, we got premium days, some PRs, and then of course these goodies up here with consumables. This is great because all you got to do is turn on the Twitch,
Yeah.
find a channel with the
Yeah.
drops enabled, should be most of them. Go up to your tab and go mute, and then
Yeah.
send it off to the
Yeah.
side, or watch it if you want to. That's fine too. Interact with the streamers, cool people like me.
Oh yeah. Not me though.
Not him. Cool people like us, Pilgrim.
Like us. I'm glad you included me in that. I'm not sure I'm cool, but
We are.
I'm
We're the
okay.
coolest.
My kids don't think I'm
We're
cool,
the coolest.
So I can't be cool.
We're some of the coolest old farts you're ever gonna know.
Absolutely, and it is the operative word there.
Watch.
Old and fart.
Watch, I'll show you how cool I am.
Yeah, look at you in your hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you're down with the kids, brah. Down with the kids. Yeah, you look like Gandalf the Grey-ish.
This I forgot to
Awesome.
show. This is my wargaming gift for being a CC. They sent us a I don't know, $50
Hoodie.
credit to their
Oh,
store.
credit.
To their store where they sell the gear and the shirts and
Right.
the hoodies and the hats and all that stuff. So this is what I picked. It was a little bit more. I spent another $15, and then I'm like, well, because I wear like sweaters or whatever in the winter, and if I WALK the dog, okay, good, she didn't look at
Yeah.
me. If I WLK the dog, then if it's 40 or lower, then I'll put a coat over my sweater.
Of course you will.
But it needs to be big enough for a number of things. One, my fatness.
Ah, tell me about it. Tell me
Yeah.
mine.
Two, the sweater, which is dealing with my fatness, and then I got to put.
Yeah.
So I got the 4XL, baby.
Oh,
It's a little
Cool.
big. It is a little big,
yeah,
but
it's a bit baggy, but it'll do.
But I bet you anything because it's this kind of Russian tracksuit thing, so I'm feeling like a Russian mobster, you know. And once I wash it, I'm pretty sure it's gonna. Right.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, it's going to be like size XS.
I don't know. Is this a European thing or a Russian thing? And maybe it's a woman's coat. I don't know. It could be. But the zipper's on the side for a woman,
Yeah, that's a woman's coat.
right?
Reno, on live, on Nene stream, has admitted to wearing women's clothing.
It didn't.
Yet
It
again.
didn't say anything.
Oh, man.
But I don't. I mean, it's. I don't know. Is it? I don't know if it's a woman's cut. Just looks like a regular
What,
tracksuit.
I mean, what am I working with here for crying out loud?
Well,
You know what I mean?
that's-
Has it got dark stitched in the side there to accommodate man boobs? Has it?
No.
No, it's not a woman's coat. Then it's all
No.
right. It's a bloke's. You're all right. You can get away with that, dude.
Well, that's my question. Are the zippers on the other side in Russia? Maybe they are. I don't know.
Well, they might be because they're not in the UK. I can tell you that.
You're kind of getting a little angry about this. I'm gonna tell you a story then. I'm gonna tell you a story then about that. I skied a lot when I was younger, and I
You
went.
did?
Yep, and I went in and we were an interesting crew. We had a good time, but it was in the '80s when a lot of the neon colors were out.
Got you?
All right.
Yeah.
So I went into the shop and I saw this coat because I was in. My mom's like, "Hey, we'll get you a new ski coat." I'm like, "Cool." The one I had before it was green, like
Okay.
70s green, because
I
it
know-
was
I know
because
the
it,
ones.
because it was from the 70s, right? It was a
Yeah.
bunch of gear that my best friend's parents got from another person whose kids stopped skiing or grew out of it. So I had all this like late 70s, early 80s stuff. Everything I had was green. Pants,
Yes.
coat, skis, poles, boots, everything.
Yes. Yes.
So I was finally upgrading into my own stuff, and my mom said, "All right, we'll go get you a coat." So I go in there.
Right.
It's the '80s, so all the neon stuff is now cool and in. And I see this coat, and it's black. It's got some white and this bright pink, like flash or whatever.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
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 Which, frankly, pink on men is always a mistake. But I was not aware of this rule at the
It's
time.
not pink. It's not pink, Guido. It's salmon. It's salmon on
Okay,
there.
let's
Pink
call
on
salmon. I think it was probably pink.
there.
And I was not aware of the rule at the time, and I was young, and I wanted to be edgy, and I was going to have this really cool black with a little bit of white and these like pink thing. I'm like, I will look so cool jamming
Yeah.
down the moguls in this thing. Everyone will know
You will.
that I am
Yeah.
an '80s kid. Like
Do you have a
I am.
headband on? Do you have a headband?
We wore
Keep your hair
toques.
back.
We always wore toques.
Yeah, toques.
We always wore toques with the things flapping, and glacier glasses.
Oh yeah, gotta have them. Yeah,
Yep,
got to
toques,
have them.
toques, eh?
Yeah.
Glacier glasses. My coat with the big pink. Now, here's why I'm talking about this story. Here's why I'm on this. I got it. Went home. Didn't think much of it. Going skiing the first time, put it on. I hadn't actually zipped it up, right? I'm like, yeah, it fits. It's big, whatever. I don't care. So we got it. Because that's how you do it when you're a kid shopping with your mom, right? You don't actually ever. A lot of times you don't even want to. You don't even want to try it, right? You know, mom, it'll fit. I know it'll fit. And then you get home and your junk is jammed up because your pants are too freaking small because you're an idiot.
I get it because there's no way we're trying clothes on.
No, that's ridiculous. So I didn't zip it up. So I get up there and I grab it and I go to zip it. I'm like, why is this zipper on the other side?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, because the salmon is really pink.
And that's when it struck me. I was wearing a woman's coat.
And I bet your mom was like, "Yep, got ya."
I will tell you though, because it was an expensive coat, that I sucked it up and wore it with pride.
Did nobody notice though, did they?
Probably, but I didn't care, and neither did they. Not enough to say anything, I suppose.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Then.
It was actually a really cool coat. I wish I could find a picture of it, man. I was styling. And then, of course, I don't know if any of you guys skied, but if you remember back in those days, I had long hair, but not a mullet. I had it's basically the same style, and it was long in the back, but everything was long, and if I took the front hair, it would hang down to about there.
Oh,
so
got you.
It was kind of flock of seagulls, kind of.
It was definitely the 80s then.
Yeah, definitely. And where the hell was I going with that? Don't know.
I don't know, but I've never had hair. It's always been like that.
I remember what it was. Also, skiers, if you remember in the 80s, the really tight ski pants, the spider ski pants.
Yeah, spider, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So had that, black with red, like, sides or whatever, striped down the side or something.
Yeah.
My big black and pink coat, my toque, my glacier glasses.
Yeah. You looked the biz, didn't you? You looked the absolute business.
And a neck gaiter, yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly. Just around midnight, all my skiing kit was white camouflage because I was in the army skiing.
There you go.
I didn't do skiing.
Alpine skiing is what you're saying.
Alpine kit, yeah absolutely.
Yeah.
The trouble is with military skiing, it's definitely 99% Langlauf and 1% downhill. They don't like you enjoying skiing. They want to make it hard work, so they make you fishbone up the side of a bloody mountain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. You had to walk uphill to work with your skis barefoot in the summer. In the snow.
Absolutely. There's no ski lifts in the military. Climb that mountain on skis, off you go. All right, sir, thank you.
I mean, Heisenberg, it was definitely essentially a mullet, but it wasn't the short, on purpose long hair. It was just a lot of hair. My son basically has the same hair I did when I was young. It's a complete mop. An absolute just mop. Oh, man. Anyway, where were we? Oh, we were showing.
Yeah, we were.
Token Store, guys. Check it out. Make sure you're doing that. Just if you're sitting down doing something else on the computer, like I said, open up the browser, mute the tab. You can't do the slider. If you do the slider to mute it, then you won't get the stuff. Someday they'll figure that out. But mute the tab or watch it. I mean, if you like that, go for it. But anyway, get your coins, and some of them are missions. Actually, I think they all are. Actually, I don't know if they just give you coins, but through playing, you'll eventually get there. And what I mean is, if you go to here, you'll see monthly Twitch drops like that, and there you go. I need damage another 5 tanks, and I get 2 more coins. Easy.
Easy.
Easy. You've heard the slider thing's a myth? I'm going to check that out. Maybe it is. Interesting. I don't know. I might also be just going on word of mouth. You know how the old WOMs go, right, Pilgrim?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Where'd you hear that? How do you know it? I heard it, so it's true.
I've heard it. So
also, I read it on the internet.
Yes.
So.
Yes, that's right. Yes, it was on a flyer that came through the letterbox.
That's
Well, you don't have letterboxes, but
Some
you know,
guy popped
yeah,
up. Some guy popped up at my door and told me so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The '80s.
I've
The
got a
'80s.
sign on my door saying no hawkers and no junk mail, but they still knock on the door and give me useless information.
You know what I miss. Speaking of the '80s and information and knowing it's true. You know what I miss about the '80s.
What?
One of the biggest things I miss about the '80s is being able to roll around and act like you know shit and make crap up, basically.
Yes.
And not
Nobody can double check.
Nobody
you.
could.
Nobody can fact check you. They're like, hang on a minute, I'll just Google that. They didn't used to do that back in the day. Oh, dear.
Yep. Remember that?
Has that ever happened to you as an instructor?
Uh,
Somebody go, oh, I need to Google that, mate. And you're like, right, okay.
Sort of, in that I think it has caused instructors and teachers to be a little more careful potentially about what they say, and it goes both ways though, because the instructor can also look it up. Like
Oh yeah.
I have fixed a few things that I thought I knew along the way by looking it up,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
going, all right, I need to
Yeah.
adjust that. That's not exactly right. So I don't know if directly I've been
Googled.
corrected, but I do try to. But you know, when you're talking military training, you don't generally just say bullshit out of your ass,
No, I mean it's 99.9% true.
because you've been trained on the technical aspects of it, and when you got
Yeah.
qualified to teach it, you had to be correct, I guess.
You've got to be up to ball, but you've got to be
Yeah,
up to speed.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
See,
So
the thing is, before Google, you used to get the know-it-alls. So I do my very first. I think I've told this story, but I'll repeat it anyway because I'm old and I can repeat things. My very first lesson as a trainee instructor was on the house brick. I had to give a 10-minute lecture on the house brick, right? So I did
House
the good
brick?
thing. And, you know the bricks that make up houses.
oh.
Want of a better word, a house brick.
It was such a common
build
thing.
a
I
wall
thought
with-
that was a
yeah.
name for something or a euphemism or,
No.
or something. I don't know.
No, it's a brick that you put together with mortar.
Yeah, well,
and build
you're
houses out.
a house brick.
Yes.
All right, go
a
ahead.
house brick.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, and it's got an indentation on it that's called a frog. So
Huh.
I got loads of bricks, right? And I put them on the seat of the students, because when they sit down, you say, right, check under your seat, make sure you've got a house brick underneath your seat, then leave it alone and we'll talk about it later. So anyway, he came in. Well, I did not know, but one of my students was an actual a bricklayer.
Yeah.
It was an actually used to work. So I go into talking about, and he knew everything about it, and I was like, I give up. I flipping well give up. I can't. He was going, yeah, that's called a frog, and yeah, the dimensions is this. I was like, would you like to step outside and just wait outside the headmaster's office, you twat? So I was like, I give up. I can't do this lecture because he knows more than me.
Bravo, I think you're onto something. The wife at his place is known as the house general, and he's the house brick.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, as opposed to cottage brick. There you go. I'm the house brick, yeah.
Yeah.
I just prop the doors open when the house general needs to
I'm
work.
right there with you. I am definitely the house brick, 100%. All right, mission. What else are we talking about here? New Twitch drops. We got that. You can get some tanks and better stuff in there. I think we're done with mission. Oh, there is a crew event today, fellas. There is a crew event, so these are always good. Let's go ahead and find that for the Valentine's Day stuff. We have discountage on barracks, crew retraining, crew skill resets, 25% on spec changes. So that's always nice. You can also get some tanks for gold here. They're all small. They're all low tier stuff. It's the Valentine Matilda and the Matilda Black Prince. They're all kind of meh. But if you got some gold laying around, it's not bad. We got some missions going on.
Which we all have from Christmas, don't we?
Yeah. I mean,
Possibly.
if anybody's playing that low a tier, really, I don't know the last time I played 5. I don't even play much 6 right now because I've finally finished 100 Battle Challenge and all that stuff.
I actually, I know it's seal clubbing in a way, but I actually do enjoy doing tier 5 every now and again. It just makes me feel good about myself.
GA's getting a little spicy in there.
Yeah, I've just replied to him. Old
Yeah, yeah.
Some.
Yeah, Lee fan. That's been confirmed in the news, I guess, and by the DoD because they've done their press conferences. But they have used F-22s. I guess they also used them for NORAD over Canada and potentially, although I don't know if that's confirmed, but I think the one over Alaska as well. I don't know. My assumption there is those things have been flying over for a long time, and we either didn't notice or didn't worry about them, or who knows what. And now it's sort of politically expedient to do something. So we'll see. I don't know. All right, what else we got covered? Subjects du jour, I think, is next, my friends.
Are we on there? Have we done with the shilling?
I think subjects du jour. I'm actually at the very end of my coffee, and while it's not quite an hour into it, we are going to take a break at 50 minutes in, so I can recharge me cup and get some nice hot coffee. You guys do the same. We're going to be back in 5 minutes. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on subjects du jour, and I am sure many, many more diversions. And random such things.
And randomness, yes.
We'll be right back.
Randomness.
Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Now in the shadows came a mysterious chap who spoke in a tongue with strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos. To the coffee talk they both came to bring the message of winning ways to all and sundry and the masses. Yes, that's right, lads and lasses. The damage counts and flexing back will keep you on the right track. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So in what, if you want to progress, then seek out Guido nonetheless. With his sidekick Pilgrim, he has a message that to win you must be aggressive. The position and place that you must seek, for the winners only, not the weak. The guru speaks, so listen well. His voice rings out like the Liberty Bell to bring you all to Unicom land, or to die hard trying in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. To the swamplands came the mountain man to teach his wisdom and pay his due. A man with a name only known to a few. To his followers his words are true. Guido is the man, big and gruff.
All right, press the wrong button. All right, here we go. We're back. You're welcome for the drop.
Yeah, they're dropping for me as well. That's cool.
Let's see. I'm trying to catch up on chat here. Last one was at 40,000. Yeah, if they start to get in around 40, then that's a flight risk. If they're above 50 or above, it's not necessarily a flight risk. But of course, you don't know if they're going to descend at any point, or who's controlling them, or if they're not controlled. So, I mean, unless they're really, really up there, you could make the argument for a flight risk, especially.
Well, which is what I mean. Is it the what's the Gulf Stream that flows from west to east? Then is it, how did they get the balloon to go across the states?
Those are the prevailing winds in the northern hemisphere.
Because it goes that way.
Yeah, in the northern hemisphere, the prevailing winds go from west to east, especially at altitude.
Okay.
So the jet stream.
Yeah, the jet stream.
And depending on how you do it, you can lower you can climb into the jet stream, you can lower down, you can get to lower winds, which may go different directions than necessarily just from west to east. I don't know what the control scheme was on that, but apparently it was able to maneuver in some fashion. I think by maneuver, it really was climb or descend. I don't think it had any actual propulsion.
Yeah, you wouldn't have like thrusters on it.
That's the one that went off. I don't know anything about the other ones and what they were or weren't. I don't know.
All right.
So, hard to tell, man. Don't know. Let's see. Someone in Canada. It's like football. You can sidetrack the streamers onto a new topic. It counts as an interception. That's too easy. It's too easy to sidetrack us.
Yeah.
Way too easy.
Yeah,
Speaking of that, it is Super Bowl Sunday. I forgot to mention that.
You did.
Who you guys got? Who you guys got today, huh? Let's see. Eagles or Kansas City? I think I'd like to see Hurts. I'd like to see Hurts get a ring. That'd be cool. All right, Cliffy's in for the Chiefs. I'm not a huge Philly fan overall, but I kind of like Jalen. I like Mahomes too. It's hard to not like Mahomes. He seems like a pretty good dude. So I guess I'm not bothered either way.
Doesn't Florida have a shout in the Super Bowl then? Are they not there?
No.
All right.
No
so
Florida teams. There's only Eagles out of Philadelphia and Kansas City Chiefs.
So then you transfer your allegiance to another team that's in the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's like anything. If your team's not there, you pick the one you like, or you don't care. You just want a good game. You know what I mean? I'm kind of in the don't care. I think I'm leaning towards wanting Hurts to get a championship with the Eagles, but who gives a shit?
Okay.
Nobody cares. Or at least I don't care. I know people do care.
Yeah.
I think Sasquatch has got it nailed. I'm hoping it's a good game. I was a little bit worried when Mahomes was so hobbled. I hope he's better. I'm sure that 2 weeks he didn't completely heal that problem, but I'm hoping that he's in good enough shape that he can make a game of it. He did really well in the playoff, even though injured, but he was definitely hobbled. And he's so exciting when he's maneuverable. So I don't know how long that lasts. If he takes a couple hits or he tweaks it or something, who knows? Maybe he's back to not moving very fast.
But is this something like our... Just to expand on the tangent a little bit, the Super Bowl is something like our, I want to say, FA Cup, that in football, soccer, in that everybody sits around with beers watching it on the telly or whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Even 100%. Though they don't support the teams. Right, I got you. So it's just like it's an excuse to get the guys around to have
What's the championship for the entire league for the entire year? So all the teams, everyone cheers their own team, and now we're at the end. So it's like you said, it's the cup. It's the final game. Yeah. So every fan's going to watch it, and maybe some extras along the way. We're going to get together over at Natso's place, and girls are coming back from Pensacola, so they'll get back. We'll make some wings or something light.
Right. So it's also a big social event as well.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, Super Bowl Sunday is huge. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Right.
Yeah, Cliffy says around a third of the country will watch. That's pretty impressive.
Wow.
Yeah. In some fashion or other. A lot of people just go to the party or whatever and don't pay too much attention, but most people are watching the game.
Everyone watches it for the commercials.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
The halftime show and the commercials are absolutely fantastic. I'm going to have to get this, I think.
The halftime show kind of depends. Who is it this year? It's probably some rapper or something I don't give a damn about.
Okay.
I think it is. I think it's Beyonce. Is that right? Rihanna. Okay. Whatever. Same person, isn't it? I think.
Right, yeah.
See, I've just insulted every rapper and R&B artist of all time.
I might because I can get I can stream the TV. I might get it on. I might stream it. I might just sign up to it. We can get the NFL. I've not signed up to it, so I might.
Yeah. I mean, I could try to care. I could try to care less about Rihanna, but that would be hard because I think I'm about max the uncaring of that out
Yeah.
And
I
before,
mean, if it was Metallica, I'd probably be quite.
and before anyone loses their mind, I uncare about the vast majority of stars and celebrities and singers. So she's not.
They're all
She hasn't
in
been.
their own lunchtime.
She hasn't been singled out for special uncaring. They pretty much all get it, minus a few along the way. Anyway,
Anyway,
I don't remember what was last year. Don't know. Yeah, we got to wait till light to take that one above Montana down. I thought that was interesting. I think probably because they're trying to VID it. I've exceeded my quota of uncaring, probably.
yeah, you have.
I do remember the Bruno Mars one. That was okay. That one was okay. Not bad. All right. Let's see. Subjects du jour. Subjects du jour. Back to the Tankalanka Ding Dang here. We got some essay on the tank that is the reward for Clan Wars. And that's actually an article. That's actually an article that they've released on the portal here. Very interesting. So, as far as I know, unless I missed something, the CCs have not had access to this tank to do anything with. I can say that because I'm essentially not under NDA since they haven't given me one.
Yes.
That makes me assume I'm not going to get one. Maybe later on. I don't know. The Clan Wars does go to February 27th. This says it's a review, although it's not really gameplay stuff. It's just some pictures and whatnot. But we do have some stats down here, guys, to kind of get an idea. One would have to assume, unless there's a caveat, something parameters. Each between some vehicle. Okay, that's just. I don't see a caveat here saying these numbers could change, so I think it's about as close, if not the actual release numbers. 530 alpha, 266 standard pen, 325 with the special round. It'll do 35. This is a TD.
I was going to say, that's not
Heavy.
very big. It's
a
not
heavy.
much of a puncher.
It's a heavy.
It's a heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Penetration's not that good. Well, not brilliant. It's not brilliant penetration, is it?
Yeah, it's not bad, though.
It's all right.
We've got an HE round. It's APCR with 1,350 meters a second. That's pretty fast. Excuse me. Naturally, it's an auto loader.
Yeah. -8 gun depression. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's the way that I hate saying that. I actually hate saying it is what it is because it doesn't need to be that way. But yeah, that's the way the game is going. Every tank is going to have a clip of 3 shells. There you go.
Yep. We did get access in the past, Diablo. I had access to the. I did get access to the Chieftain.
Yeah, you did.
To the Chieftain and the 907 and a couple others. Although I don't know if that was right before they were released. It was probably after they were released, so maybe that's what it is as well. In any event, no info on this other than what we got right here. 40 seconds for 3 shells. 5 seconds between shells. This seems to be a thing now. -8 on the gun depression, which is pretty good. Aiming time is not great at 2.9 and the dispersion 0.42. All that can be tamed. The turret's at 300. Yeah, 300 turret armor. 180 on the whole. That's a lot. 60 on the sides. That's going to stop overmatch by just about everything.
Yeah.
Just about. 2,100 hit points, and obviously it's concealment. We've got a 400 view range base, and that's probably it. Mobility is, we already looked at it, 35. 20 backwards, which is very useful.
Yeah, that is useful.
It's not one of these 15 or 12 or whatever. They seem to be buffing reverse speeds back up after a period of nerfing reverse speeds quite a bit. I see these start to creep up more and more.
Yeah, I think also that plays into it being an auto loader because you know, if you do empty your clip, you want to get out of the way pretty quick because you ain't loading anytime soon, are you?
But remember, it's 5 seconds, so it's kind of one of these, this new idea that sort of started to develop here, where you've got an auto loader, but it fights more like a cyclical gun, at least for the 3 rounds that you have. So you shoot. You don't really sit out there 5 seconds unless it's very permissive environment. You pull back, but within 5 seconds, you're ready to shoot again. So you can kind of pull back, reorient, come back out, and do the peekaboom thing. and then you're down 40 seconds. And I
Yeah.
believe this is an auto loader, not an auto reloader. Pretty sure. Yeah, based on the way it says this right here, 40. Yeah, it doesn't have the individual shells, so it's definitely an auto loader. 40 seconds. Interesting. Looks like a pretty good tank overall. I don't think it's necessarily a chieftain, but it's pretty tough. Looks pretty tough.
Yeah, it's fairly tough. It's got good armor. I think it's overall. I think, shall I use that word? I think it's fairly balanced for a reward tank. It's definitely not a chieftain though.
We'll see. We'll see. Mosteb,
Yeah.
how you doing? Leaf Fan, yeah, it's 300 turret. Holes. Oh, I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong number. The hole's actually 195. I was reading the wrong thing. 180 on the side of the turret. I said hole 180. That's not true. 195 on the hole. 120 on the sides.
Yeah.
And I was made a mistake there. That's the rear. 120 on the sides. That's pretty significant. That
is
should be
significant.
that should be a side scraping machine right there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah. Not much will ever match that side, will it? If your side's
We'd
great.
have to go look at the. Is it tanks.gg with the armor
Yeah,
profile? Let's
have a
go
look at the
take a
profile
quick
on
look at the
turn.
profile for giggles if
Yeah.
it's in here.
Hello, Moss. How are you?
China. What is it?
Ah, it has a weak spot while side scraping. It could well be the Chinese 50 TP, Moss. Yeah.
Ah, right there. Yep. Yeah, so that
Yeah.
rounded bit for the
Yeah.
turret. Yikes. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just plink. That's where you're going to get shot every dang time.
Yeah.
It does have something of a turret, but it's or hatch, but it's not. That's not very easy to hit. And there's some weird.
But isn't that frustrating? Because if you look at the rest of the profile is solid, apart from that one little.
Oh, yeah.
When he's side scraping, man. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Though. Look at that.
Yeah.
Just a freaking glaring
Yeah.
weak spot right there. That's
There
awesome.
you go.
That is awesome. It isn't obvious on the model, but right here it's definitely obvious. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Compare it with the
Yeah, the
Chief.
welder was sick. The welder had a day off.
Chieftain. Yeah, the Chieftain's front arm, but that's, Chieftains aren't, they don't want to show that. That's pretty weak.
No.
I mean, yeah, there's a little bit there, I guess. If you oversight, but this
yeah.
really isn't a side scraping tank, is it? The problem with this
Yeah,
thing is
no.
this.
Yeah. It'll sit hull down all day,
Yeah.
just poking.
Is this the
And
right
under
one,
pressure
or did I
like
pick the
this.
wrong one? Which Chieftain? Did I pick the wrong Chieftain? Maybe.
Is that the A's?
I don't know. No, it is a 10, but there's several of them. Which one is which? Is it the 4201? That's the one, right?
4201 is the one, isn't it?
That's the that's the that's the one. That's the Clan Wars reward one.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So there you go. We got that thing. Coming up, what else we got going on here? As soon as I figure out how to get to... What the heck? What is going on here? Got too many windows open. Pilgrim, I've got too many windows open, man.
You need to close one of them down. I always do that. You know, when we've done the shilling, I close
Yeah.
the premium shot down.
So that, there's another tank fenced behind Clan Wars that no other players will get. They have to play
Yep.
Clan Wars, which...
Middle one.
We've gone over that multiple times. Common Test 1.20 is coming up, guys. I mentioned this earlier. I'm not going to cover too much of this. There is an article if you want to look what some of the numbers are. I do have a video coming out tomorrow where I'm going to discuss this a lot, essentially. But if we go back to the portal, you can find on this article right here, the rebalancing. It will go through all of the things that are being rebalanced. We're going to talk about that. One thing in that video, if you watch it before you get triggered, I missed that the patch notes have all of the different numbers for each tank. I did piss and moan about that a little bit in that video. Up here, it gives some of the highlights, but if you want all the details, they're down here in the patch notes. So I recommend take a look at that.
Yeah.
Take a look at that. All right. But more to come on that tomorrow. We're going to discuss that quite a bit. The whole idea of balancing Wargaming's attempts to do it. And, of course, the big thing they're missing to make it all essentially a moot point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moss, I'll come on to that in a bit, buddy.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah. The Reticle mod that WargamingMods.net has put out. I don't know if you heard about it, Guido, but
My reticle is to me. Actually, I think I mentioned this on stream. I think that's Much Ado About Nothing, guys.
Okay.
There's been some further discussion in the CC channel about that, and I don't remember what the general upshot of it is, but it's essentially a non-factor. Hey, what's going on?
Just absolutely nothing.
Zakilla Gaming, what's happening? Yeah, I didn't pay much attention to it, to be quite honest. I don't think it matters at the end of the day, to be quite honest. I've always known, and I get called out a lot for taking shots before the reticle's completely closed.
Yeah.
But based on the way dispersion works, and the fact that everything clumps around the center anyway, I don't think it's mattered that much. That's my opinion on that. Obviously,
you do get called out for that, because I've seen you will take the opportunity before you do it quite a lot. Yeah, you do, and you snapshots on the move as well. You do that quite often.
Right.
Yeah.
So all else being equal, if you wait till the circle is as small as it can get, regardless of whatever its size is, you will have more shells closer to the center, or the shells will be closer to the center, I guess, for a given dispersion that you have, at least on each individual shot. But they clump around the middle anyway. So there's a lot. It's not like if you go, it's not exponential in any way. It's a linear thing as it gets
right. Okay,
closer.
well, that makes sense then. Yeah.
So all else being equal, yes. But if you're exposing yourself to get the shot, and you take a shot back, and all the other things that aren't equal,
yeah,
maybe the shot not quite fully zoomed is a better shot.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
it's an opportunity, isn't it? It's an opportunity.
Alternatively, maybe waiting for it to fully zoom in some cases where I don't, because I am in a permissive environment, is the better call. So I don't think it's an analog on-off.
Yeah.
Right? It kind of depends.
Yeah. There's a lot more factors that will affect it than just that particular factor, just the reticle thing.
And since you're aiming at the center point with the pipper, if we're aiming at the center point with our pipper, and the shots dispersion are around generally the center point, it doesn't matter how big the circle is in terms of where you're aiming.
No.
Right? So what you're really looking for is for the circle to get as small as it can get on that tank at the rate at which it gets smaller.
Yeah.
And then you're putting the pipper where you want it to shoot, and then dispersion takes over from there. There's nothing else you can do about it. It wouldn't matter if the circle. It wouldn't matter if the circle was this big or this big, as long as it's fully zoomed. That's as accurate as that gun gets.
That's as good as you're gonna get.
Because you're not aiming at something over here in the circle.
No.
You're not aiming at something here. You're aiming at something in the center of the circle.
Absolutely, and then RNG kicks in as well.
Yeah. Now, that being said, if there's a problem with the dispersion circle, sure, fix it, whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's as big a deal. And from what I could tell, I'd have to go read through it again. From what I can tell, I think it's a non-factor.
Yeah. I think that's what Mosteb was saying as well.
Yeah, see, and that's what they were starting to talk about. I don't think the mod's quite right either, Mosteb, and I think it may give you a worse idea of what your accuracy is supposed to be. So now you get people going, oh, now why am I not as accurate? Well, it doesn't really have anything to do with your circle size, dude. Zoom it all the way in for the given dispersion of your tank. Put your pipper where you want that shell to go, and then let fly.
After
That's-
that, it's in the lap of RNG.
Right. Like the dispersion, the circle doesn't do anything for your accuracy other than inform you. How do I say this? It doesn't really do anything for your aiming, other than inform.
No, all it
other
does
than,
is says that you've given yourself the best chance.
yeah, that's probably a better. That's probably a good way to do it. As long as
Yeah.
it's done, stopped moving, it's
Yeah.
as close as it will get.
Yeah.
That's as close as that particular. That's as accurate as that particular dispersion and gun is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one gets me all the time, Diablo, and I know I bitch about it all the time, and I always forget, but that's true, because if you zoom in a lot, it's not quite right either.
No.
You can get a bad idea of how accurate the gun is. If you're aiming with the circle, then it's a placebo. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would aim with the circle. I guess you could do it that way. Kind of put something in the center of the circle.
Long distance knife.
That's
the
interesting
only way
because
you
I
do
don't
it.
I don't do it that way, but maybe that's in people's mind. Any of you
Yeah.
guys do that? Like just put the circle. Now, what the circle will do, to some extent, at certain ranges, all ranges really, but ranges where you can see their whole tank. If the circle is small enough that the tank comes outside the circle, then you are in theory guaranteed a hit.
Guaranteed
But
to
of
hit,
course.
Yeah.
You'd have to be really close to where it's guaranteed on a piece that can do something. Like if the circle's on a
Yeah.
tank, but some of it's on the bottom of the track, and some of it's on the top of the turret, but this has a little space here because of the shape of the tank, or you can go through between where the turret and the hole is, or whatever. There's still miss opportunities in there. There's weird angles. There's heat problems with spaced armor. There's all that other crap that comes into play right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my thoughts as well. The mod, the reticle mod, is just, probably cosmetic to that extent for
Yeah.
me personally.
Yeah. It may be a two-taste thing. I'd have to go read through it again, though, because I don't remember what exactly they said about it, but I don't think it's as clear-cut as that Reddit post
Yeah.
tries to make it. But if it helps people, whatever. I mean, chasing mods is something I stopped doing a long time ago.
Yeah,
Even though that
absolutely.
one's purports to fix a game problem. The other issue that they have that I did get out of the community contributor thread or Discord as they're talking about it is there's a lot of numbers they don't have. As good as they are with math and digging through the code, a lot of that shit is on the server side, and they just don't know what the actual numbers and calculations are. They've done a
Yeah.
really good job with what they know, and to some extent you can kind of fill in some of the blanks with intuitive guesses, but they don't actually know some of
Yeah.
it. So that's a problem too, and Wargaming's not going to let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. That was all Common Test 1.20. Experimental equipment, my friends, is back.
It is back. It's in your garage right now.
Yeah. So let's go take a look. I haven't even messed with it. Have you guys done anything with it?
I think
was
Diablo's got something sorted.
Diablo
out.
said he's got a class 3 already? Oops. Oh,
Yeah, he
right
managed
on.
to get a set or something. He was saying. I can't remember.
Danube, thanks for the follow. And Zach Killa, sorry about that. I saw you coming in and saying hello. Welcome. Appreciate you coming by and appreciate the follow. Yeah, let's go to equipment here. It's in the depot, my friends. You're going to go to your equipment. You're going to go to equipment, and you have so many clicks. And here it is. And let's go to improved, or no, so now we have standard, improved, bounty, experimental, and field mods. All right. Experimental.
The AD is saying that the turbo is a good one. Yeah.
Okay, so JD likes the turbo one. Fire control. Now, how do I see what it does? Is that everything, or am I missing stuff? Where's a better place to see this? Fire control is the worst one? Okay. Now, I don't know about that though, man. I was considering that for like casemates. No, it's the mobility. Never mind, it's the mobility. Because sorry, it's the mobility. Because that gives you some hull traverse and stuff. So instead of like a mobility thing, what's the thing called? What is it called for? Improved rotation mechanism, which is a much better bonus. But instead of that, you can go to the mobility system and you get a little bit of extra power, so that's cool. So that's like a turbo and a mobility or whatever the hell that thing was. That's not all the bonuses though, isn't there more?
Well, you've got an upgrade button here as well.
Fire control is GLD with crappy vert step. Mobility is turbo with crappy art. Right, exactly. And then we got this one, which is extra hit points and durability and stuff. So that's like a super... That adds what? The hardening and the other thing together. Those aren't all the bonuses. How do I see all the bonuses?
Click on the upgrade button.
There it is. Yeah, you're right. There you go. Okay. Isn't that just crappy? No, that is all. Okay, wait, that's only 4. Okay. Is that all of them? Does this one only have 4? No, it's got...
Yeah, click on the button.
It's got 6 things.
Says,
I know, I am. I'm just saying.
Oh, got you. No, I got you. Yeah.
This one shows both. Okay, that's good. That's all it does. Aiming speed and dispersion. This one is power, traverse, dispersion, speeds. So it misses 2 of them that you can't see. Drives me crazy. And this one has one extra one you can't see. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How come it can't just sort of expand or something when you hover over and show you all the things it does?
Yeah, show you the whole thing instead of having to click on the button. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I only had room for 4, Pilgrim.
Oh, there you go. Only had room for 4.
Only had room for 4. Dadgummit.
It's a coding thing.
Is that the most components I can have with the mission so far? I think I've done all the missions. I'm not 100% sure.
But the upgrade, say it's going to cost the little gear wheels or whatever it is.
Full hundy for the first one.
Yeah.
And then how many for the second one? 2,000 or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the second one, guys? I don't want to click on it. Somebody tell me what the second upgrade is. So it's 400 to get to the level 2. 2,000.
Fire control system.
2,000. Yeah. Okay. So I have enough. 22. Oh, you guys are killing me. Okay. Leave that. All right. So I've got 2,500, which means I can upgrade 1 with what I have, and I can break down these, but I won't be able to break down enough to do another one. It looks like. So if I broke down 4 and saved 2, the breakdown is only 200. So that's 2, 4. That's 800 more I could get, which is not enough to get 2 to level 3. No. Right? Yeah, I can get 1 to level 2 and 1 to level 3.
How many of each of the equipments you've got? 2 of each, yeah?
Do they need to be tier 3? I don't know. Do they? That's better than tier 2. I think, I don't know, I'd have to look at all the numbers. I don't know what this, so this, God, stop it, you stupid. All right, here we go. Oh, it does have all the numbers. All right. So still significant. What do we got? If we upgrade this thing total, we get 9% hit points, 100% modules, 50 suspension, 20 repair speed, and minus 50
damage to ammo rack.
Minus 50 to the damaged ammo rack penalty and damaged engine penalty. So if they're damaged, it's just not as badly. Okay. And this one, I can get up to plus 5 forward plus. So that's like a standard turbo right there, I think.
Yeah.
Not an improved or bounty. So I've got to upgrade it just to get to standard. But I also get traverse, hull, and some dispersion help.
Yeah.
That really seems like a pretty good one for casemates.
Diablo says don't dismantle it because we don't know how we're going to get more.
That's good advice, guys. I like that, actually. You could use these right now and still get pretty good bonuses, combined bonuses, even at level 1. It's not a bad deal. With 2,500, like I said, you could get one. You could get 1 to level 3, or you could get 4, 8, 12, 16. You could get all of them to level 2. 2, 4, 6. 4 times 6 is
2,500, yeah.
2,400, right? Was that math right? I think you could get all these to level 2 at 2,500. Somebody check my math. I think I'm right though. 2, 4, 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 2,400. Yeah. You could set all these up to level 2 and have pretty significantly good stuff, really.
How come you've got 2,500 of those little gear wheels then?
Missions.
Is that because you've
Missions.
Yeah, you completed.
Yeah.
Because I've got 1,300 at the moment. I've not played today, so that's why.
Teal Wiz, thanks for the resub, man. Yeah, it's right here, dude. I meant to mention it. It is. Where did it go? Well, maybe I did it. Oh, I must have done did it. I done diddly did it. It's not there anymore.
So it's in missions.
Yeah, there was a mission for it.
I've got it. Experimental equipment.
There you go.
Conditions left ball within 24 hours. Professional explorer.
I think.
Got you.
I think Diablo though, and I think you'll agree with me. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Battle Pass. More components. I think that would be my guess.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
You have to use components to demount it. Oh my god. All right, that makes me want to stab my eyes out with a rusty spoon.
Why do they do that?
Yeah.
They've already got a demount system, which is also stupid anyway, but they've got a demount system. And now they've introduced a second demount system. Good grief.
So what do we have now, Pilgrim? What do we have? All right, we have silver,
Yeah,
gold,
yeah,
bonds,
yeah.
XP,
Oh, yeah.
free XP,
Yes,
components,
yes. Demounting kits.
demounting kits. What else?
Directives.
Well, I'm just talking about I'm just talking about
Oh, as
things.
like a currency. Yeah.
We got-
I
we
think
did get
got
bonds.
7 currencies.
Yeah. So if we look at the equipment in the despot here, we have experimental, which are unknown how you get them, but they're all about these resources or whatever the hell they are.
Yeah.
Components. We have standard equipment you buy for silver.
Yeah.
You take this off, you either destroy it or you use a demount kit,
Yeah.
right? That's the only way to get these off. Is that right?
That's the one.
We have improved. Takes bonds to get rid of. Can demount kits do these? I think they do.
Yes, they can take all equipments off. Yeah.
Okay. Let me double check that. So I know I have one on my Lurva. No, I don't. I have one on my Manticore, maybe? Yes. Okay, so if I wanted to take that off, demount from all... Okay, demount.
Mostev says it's only with bombs you can take improved equipment off with.
Yep.
Oh,
So that spends bonds. Bounty. A copy of the command on an alternative set can be done. Why doesn't it tell me what it takes to demount it?
It's wargaming. Why would they tell you?
Bounty uses normal stuff. Bounty can be... But why doesn't it tell me it's going to cost me a kit? It didn't tell me.
No.
What the actual F? What a joke. Is that because I have this one on over here? Oh. Hold on. Hold the phone. This is okay. It let me take it off of this setup for free because it's also on this setup. All right. That makes sense. It does. It's a little bit weird, but there it is. Okay. Sorry, Wargaming. I got it. I see what you were doing. I see what you're doing. All right, so it is kits. Let's put it back onto this one. No, not demount. What is, oh, no. That's right. You got to click it right, my friends, all right? You got to click it right. Goodness gracious. Okay. I mean, that's how confusing it is, though. Why it's amazing. It's one of those things, though, fellas. It's not the impossible dream, right? Yes, if you played enough and you're into it, and you can get through it and figure it out. At the same time, it's kind of aggravatingly silly at times.
Yeah.
And I get the more options and everything, but it's so convoluted at times. I will say, though, with the improved equipment, there's going to be more builds. There are definitely going to be more builds, and you can get help on that. Watch people like Dez and some of the other guys who really dig into the different possibilities and, the give and take for which equipment's better for this situation and that situation and all that good stuff. So I'm not sure. Has anybody put on their improved equipment? I'm assuming Diablo has, or somebody. Anybody trying any of this stuff yet? Don't know. Yeah, I get there, Terry, eventually. Hardening on your leaf fan. Bloody heck.
Yeah, you've got to do it. You've got to do it, haven't you?
Fast red horses put the mobility on the lion. Cool. New experimental equipment coming that will make your tank more resistant to shell pen. Yeah, I think so. I saw that. That's very. And then isn't there one that messes with RNG a little bit? I think. So we got a turbo on a lion. We got a mobility on the lion, level 3. Diablo put hardening on his chief. Is that going to be the standard? Do you think for the competitive guys? Is it hardening on the chiefs, or is that just a pub? Yeah. Okay. There you go. So looks like probably everybody's just built themselves the level 3 hardening so they can do clan wars in their chief. Awesome. Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So I mean, that didn't take long, did it?
There you go.
That didn't take long.
There you go.
So all the clans are like, "Yep, this is what we do with this," and so everyone, and now their chief has super hardening. That's awesome. All right.
Chief gets 2,470 hit points, man. Look at that.
Dude, perfect. All right, cool.
Oh man.
So that's that stuff, my friends. Experimental equipment. Keep an eye on that. We'll figure it out. I think probably Battle Pass is going to have more components, would be my guess, if not pieces of equipment to break down. That whole breakdown thing's a bit interesting. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
You get the most for breaking down the level 3s, but of course you've paid a bunch to build a level 3.
Yeah, to get to the level 3s, yeah.
So I don't know if that's ever really an option. I think mostly it's breaking down level 1s, but you would really have to get a lot of this equipment to start getting enough to outfit more than a couple tanks.
Yeah.
They gave us 6, and that's enough that's enough to make one level 3 with the missions, if you did the missions, and then you'll have the other 5 sitting there. Even if you broke those 5 down, you wouldn't be able to make another. Nope, you wouldn't be able to make another 2 times 10. You'd be close, actually. But then you would be out the level 1 you needed. So, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look and do a little bit of a news troll here, guys, because we got some very interesting things going on here. Yeah, I think they will pay out components. I would agree. I don't know if the breakdown thing is going to be as big a deal. I mean, it looks like kind of a crafting thing, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if they gave out a piece of equipment at level 3 and you wanted to change it to something else, then you would do that. But it would be hard, I think, to break down a level 3 to turn it into something else.
Access to all the... It would have to be a lot easier access than the way it's implicated now.
Yeah. And
you're right. You'd have to get a ton of kit to be able to do the breakdowns and make it profitable.
I think later, if they expand the different kinds of equipment and a couple of them come out to be good. You
Yeah.
might do some breakdown stuff like that,
Yeah.
or maybe like you've got the Clan Wars thing and they say, hey, we all want you to put whatever on your chief. You might get people breaking
Yeah.
shit down and putting it on.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see things like the CVS, how that sort of starts to get developed.
Yeah.
Because it's already burning through every bush you go in these days.
Yeah.
You get spotted across the map.
Okay, what else we got going on? We got a TS-60. Actually, we have some information on what the 2 tanks are. I think this is... No, this is... I don't remember if this is one of them. But anyway, this is a Tier 9. It's called a promotional. Pilgrim, you'd be happy to know there's no new mechanic on that.
Cool. No pressing the X or the P.
This is pretty funny if you watch this particular blog website. This article... This is an entire... This is an entire article meant for one purpose. Notice it says it's a sponsored article, so of course, right away you know, oh, what's that all about? So if you click on it, it's... And there's a... I mean, they're just spamming this site with this stuff. Military-themed slots have become increasingly popular in a world of online casinos. It's just this kind of fluff piece on some random thing. This is what they're trying to get you to. Right here. After all, players only trust the best slot sites, so it's a link to one of these slot sites. Verified players are likely to pick a site that gives free spins, no wagering. So it's an entire article with links to whatever it is they're selling. The other one that's in here is for a service that writes papers for college students.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome, man. Watch this. Let me try to find it here.
Oh,
It's down this
dude.
way a little ways. Trying to find where it is. Here it is. The historical significance of military education in 2023. Just some fluff piece about how military education is important. And then right here, traditional learning, like in other classrooms. Very often, students go online to pay for essays to rid themselves of some of the burden.
No plagiarism. Nothing like that's happening.
So click on this and pay for an essay, and also download some malware onto your computer. Good stuff. That is
You gotta love it.
awesome. All right, new vehicles for Battle Pass tokens. They are saying the BZ-58-2, which is a Tier 9 heavy tank, and the Kampfpanzer, which is a TD9 or a Tier 9 TD for Germany that has the hydraulic thing.
Yeah, press the X.
In theory, according to this article, these are the new Battle Pass reward tanks. So a Chinese Tier 9 and a German Tier 9 TD. These were the tokens that it took last time. And of course, we've got the Cobra, Lorraine, AE, Object 777, the Char, the K91 PT, and the Kunze, right? Those are all the old ones right there. And potentially these two. Whether or not all of these are available, I don't know. But there you go. That's the word.
It seems to be the thing now. It's Tier 9 now, isn't it? Seems to be.
Oh yeah, that's the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass stuff I think has been Tier 9 for the most part.
Yeah.
This TS-60 is a TD. It's a rear turreted kind of idea for the U.S. 400 damage, 258 pin, 320 with the gold. It's got an accuracy of .42, which is not great.
No.
Nice aim time at 1.7, only -7 on the depression. Obviously, these rear-mounted turrets generally have trouble with depression. The armor's decent. The turret's at 300. The hull's okay at 120. And I don't think it's particularly fast at 35, but it's not a sluggard, but it's certainly not fast. It's got a heat shell for its gold. There is some information in here as well for the new Japanese TD line. The Tier 9 is shown here as well as I think the Tier 8. And I don't know if this is the tech tree. There's a similar looking thing that's the premium. There's apparently a premium Tier 8 out there as well. But they hit pretty hard. The Tier 9's doing 650, the Tier 8's doing 400, which is average, I guess. But 650 is pretty nice at 9. The pen is very interesting. These are AP shells.
Right.
And the Tier 10 has the highest AP pen. Straight up AP, not APCR. So
Right.
that's a little bit different right there.
Yeah.
But what's the accuracy on 0.34? That's not bad. 0.35, pretty decent. DPG or DPM.
I was just going to say that, Johnny. So we've now got Ho tank TDs. So we got the Oho really as a
Yeah.
TD, aren't we?
Right.
You know?
And that's what I mean. Look at them; they're just big boxes,
Yeah.
just a bunch of big boxes. Yeah. So make sure you read the historical significance of military education in 2023. Oh my goodness
Read
gracious!
that. Don't click on the link, guys.
Here's another one: tank schools during World War II in Germany. Okay, yeah. Trying to find. Oh, I thought this was weird. Simon Claw's commander appearance has been changed and now looks more Slavic.
Why?
Is that true?
Well, is that not just a troll account thing? I don't know.
I don't know where Simon is. I wish I knew where
I've got-
Simon was.
Hang on, let me have a look. I think I do know where my Simon is. Let me have a look. Where is-
I wish I knew which.
that would be a fix. Finding specific crew members, that would be a fix. Simon, where are you?
I don't know, man. What was the? Oh no, I'm sorry. Don't look because it hasn't been changed yet.
Oh, okay. Right. He's,
Oh, this
well,
actually
he's in
shows.
my 62p.
I'm
He's
so
exactly the
clueless.
same.
Here's what he looked like.
Yeah.
It's right there in front of me. It's like read the
Yeah, I
freaking
got it.
article. That's what he looked like, and this is what he's going to look like. What?
Yeah. Do you know what? Nothing surprises me anymore.
What is the possible reason for that? State reason. A much needed change. Game was unplayable.
Yeah. Maps were useless until this change occurred.
I don't know, man. Weird. That's just weird. It really is really strange.
And is it going to change for existing Simons, or is it any future Simons going to change?
Simons from the future? Time traveling Simons?
Yeah. Yeah, so is it
don't know.
from the point of implementation, or is it historical change? Is all our Simons in our tanks going to change immediately, or is it if you get another Simon? It's questions, Wargame.
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know. Mosteb, I don't know. That is odd. For whatever reason, you finally got recognized as a beta. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. I couldn't tell you what was going on with that. Let's see. And then there's some other stuff going on, and I'm trying to find it here. I don't know why this site keeps changing. I don't know why it does that. It's weird. Feature Battle Pass Season 10 featured Tier 10 tank speculation. Oh, Maus, Udez, and Rhinoceronte, I guess, is the speculation for the 3 featured tanks. Shell resistance available for bonds. That's on 1.2. Oh, okay. Whether it's intentional or not, on the 1.2 common test, the increased shell resistance became available for 5,000 bonds. Okay.
Okay.
That's probably just for testing. I think that's... isn't that a ranked thing? Not sure. Here's one that's weird. The one T103 got removed for being sold for gold. On
Really?
Yeah, on the common test 1.20.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got the tier 9 Strids, whatever has been changed. Some small buffs and whatnot for those. I'm trying to find. Here's the article. No, that's a Reddit user doing leaks or whatever. Don't really care about that. Trying to find the thing I'm looking for that I can't find. Guess it doesn't matter. They just moved a bunch of dead accounts. Thought it was right here. This website changes so much; it's very strange how they do it. They just moved a bunch of dead accounts or abandoned accounts from RU to EU.
Why?
Because those accounts were created in the areas that
Oh.
moved.
Oh, okay.
That moved.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So they weren't created.
Yeah,
were
so
created in
it was
Leningrad,
mainly Belarus and obviously Ukraine and some of the other Eastern European countries right there.
Obviously. Yeah.
But they're all unused accounts. So
Why didn't
now
you just delete them?
Great question. So, well, you know, people come back to the game. Or you need to make sure that the boosting companies have enough extra accounts to use.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say that, actually. I was just wondering whether that'll fit in with the 279 earlies.
Not working. Not working into his.
Oh, man. Because they obviously get a percentage of any profit made, don't they, War Gaming? Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It makes sense. I mean, it's if that customer was in that area, now that area it belongs to those EU clusters, then you know I got it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
All right. Hey ho.
People do come and go, right? They come back to their accounts. So it would kind of suck if they just deleted it out of nowhere. And they don't want to do that to customers, right? They want customers to come back.
Well, yeah, I guess.
There's a new map guide for Red Shower out. It's okay. It's pretty basic. Doesn't really get any good details.
All their map guides are like that, though. It's
Yeah.
fairly basic stuff, isn't it?
Well, I just let's go look at it real quick because it's kind of funny. And they can't cover everything. I got it. They're trying to make a basic guide, noted as well.
Yeah.
But we come down here and we look at, all right, where do they think light tanks go? You go here or here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is
Well,
actually
the trouble is people new to the game will just do that.
yeah. I mean, that's a decent spot too. This is extremely dangerous right here. It's high reward potentially
Yeah.
right there as well. He does mention in the video that you can do a run around through here, which is true because you can light the guy in these bushes if you kind of skirt that and come back down.
Yeah.
You got to be in a fast scout, and then you got to bail because then these guys will come around the corner and start shooting you. But you can do that. He does mention that, so that's kind of what he's talking about here. This, yeah, scouts get up in this. Although in his video, what he does is he talks about this bush here, which is also valid. And of course, he says the other side can go there too, which that's the danger, right? Because now you're face to face with another scout. The only problem with going to that bush early is you might be lighting guys here, or if you're coming from the north, you might be lighting guys doing this. But is anyone really in position to shoot? Not usually.
I was just going to say, there's no positions really where you can
Yeah.
take advantage of that. People will still be moving.
But it's not bad generally. Medium tanks. I don't know why he's putting the medium tanks up here. I know you can do that in a medium tank, but okay, kind of weird. I see a lot of medium tanks over here too, and I certainly wouldn't go around this hill right here.
No.
Good lord.
No.
You go around that hill, you're going to get shredded because So that's what they got there. Then heavy tanks, yeah, that's pretty standard. That's what you would assume. Although you see plenty of heavy tanks in the middle as well.
Yeah.
Tank destroyers was interesting. It's here, okay, got it. Yeah, definitely. Back here,
Yeah.
this is a shit spot. It's almost worthless. But yeah, if they push through, you might get some shots. What about here? This is
That's weird, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah, TDs to here, definitely shooting down here. Okay, noted on the hill. Yep. Also up here to shoot into the castle. So completely ignored two spots for TDs. And I don't know. I would never put I guess I've seen artillery over here, but that's a really dangerous spot. Because it doesn't take much poking here and you shooting before they see you. There is a nook you can hide in here as well, but you got to travel there. So I think generally you're going to more so see them here and maybe over here. They do go to the corner as well over here, but you got to make sure that the castle's covered so you don't get pushed early on. And then of course back here, yeah, that's pretty standard for this spot, this corner.
Well, I've seen a few people play the far right hand bottom edge of that map.
Down here, yeah, you can do that. You got to be
On the
careful
left,
though.
yeah.
On the left, down here.
Yeah. I have seen that.
Yep. So that's valid. I mean, it's all along here. It's a little misleading though, because you certainly wouldn't want to be here, right? This is out in the open.
No.
If you're on this spot, you're back in these bushes. There's a couple spots here where you've got trees in front of you.
But it's a fairly obvious place for counter arty, isn't it? There's not much as the opposing arty you need to look at on the ground there. You'll see the the strikes flying out easy.
I mean, it's good though because you can't tell them exactly the spots to go. They do have little kind of pictures of what those general areas look like there, so that's good. I mean, if you're brand new, it might give you a general idea of like, okay, where do I go? How do I start? What's a place to kind of start and start figuring it out. So anyway, there you go. They've got that new thing if you're interested in all that good stuff. 1-800-RAPTOR boost. Yep. So that bad boy is out. You can check that out. I think I already mentioned that. What needs fixing? I'm working on that. I should have that video out in the next week or two. They did, I think, Pilgrim. There was a I think a Reddit post actually on the common test. I don't know if it's super test or common test, but I think they're fixing the marker tag issue on the minimap so that if it's on the right side of the minimap, it switches the name of the tank to the left side. So it doesn't
at last. How
go
long
off the map.
have you been talking about that? You know, for years, mate.
I mean, everybody sees it. Any gamer would look at that and go, "That's insane the way they do that." So hopefully that's actually on its way.
Mostab has just asked advice about Poodle or French Sherman. Personally, I'd do Poodle, but
Or the FL10 thing.
yeah.
But what would you guys recommend, Poodle or French Sherman? I don't know. I like them both. I know that's not a satisfactory answer. I will say the French Sherman with the little autoloader has a higher, I would say, has a higher kind of end possibility, or a higher skill possibility, higher skill ceiling. That little autoloader can do some serious work, but it's not nearly as tough as the Poodle is. I will say also with the Poodle, it's fun to ram things because it's panther sized, and at tier
Yes.
six, it's pretty brutal. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Poodle and Bretagne are probably more flexible in terms of what you can do with them. Yeah, Gator says he does better in the FL10. Yep. I don't think you can go wrong, Mosteb. If you're an autoloader guy, get the FL10. If you're a more cyclical guy, I would probably go for the Poodle. It is very similar to the 3000 too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But remember, it's
almost identical to the BK.
Yeah. Remember, it's a premium, though, so you're going to make extra credits and money. There you go. All right, cool. Where are we here? I think that's about everything I wanted to talk about, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, fellas. That is it. Pilgrim, did you have anything else to add?
I have a competition.
Oh, very good. All right, let's do
We're
that.
back onto the comps. The 500 gold. Do you want me to do it now?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay. Well, it is the 70th. I hate using the word anniversary, but it's been 70 years since the end of the Korean War. So I think it's applicable that we have a Korean War question.
Indeed.
So it is for 500 gold, as standard, 3 answers. You need to put 3 answers in chat together, not separated. So that 3 answers to the 3-part question. And the first one to get it gets 500 gold, NA or EU. So here we go. Are we ready for the get your wiki fingers moving, guys? Because it is a wiki question. Here we go, yeah. Do the old crack the knuckles. So, and we preempting Jimmy, stop it. Okay, well, I would like to know when the date of, part 1 of the question, the date of the start of the Korean War, and the date of the finish of the Korean War. So it went from a day, a month and year to a day, month and year. All right. Second part of the question. What's the name of the parallel that now divides North and South Korea? So it's a number, the number of the parallel that divides North and South Korea. And the third part of the question was which general was sacked during the Korean War? Which general was sacked during the Korean? We'll go make it easy for you. Which US general was sacked in the Korean War? First for the 3 answers. Cliffy, you're close. June 25th. Oh, dog, you've got to give me all 3 parts of the question in one go, my friend. So, the dates of the war, the number of the parallel, and the general that was sacked, all together in one line. Not split about.
It's a bit of a trick question.
But it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Potentially.
So you've got it, guys. You've got to get it all together. Make sure that was close. I'm going to say somebody's got it, but it's not right. It's not. You've got to give me the answer. The 3 parts in one line.
What
guys.
about GA?
There you go. Gator's got it. Oh, sorry. GA's got it. He was before
GA,
Gator.
yeah,
GA,
GA.
you got it, mate. Yeah, GA, Johnny.
All
Sorry,
right.
guys.
Point of order.
Point of order. But the thing is, we haven't done the competition for ages, have we?
No. Small point of
So-
order.
Small point of order from Guido. We'll
actu-
allow a point of order.
It's
Carry on,
actually not over.
sir. Yeah, it's a peace accord, isn't it? It's an armistice.
Armistice.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying. That's when the fighting stopped. Well, it's when the direct fighting stopped. Obviously.
Yeah, there is also there is a demarcation line.
Yeah, and there's been
the
sporadic
so.
incursions
Yeah.
and artillery fire and boats sunk and other whatnot.
Yeah, it's a ceasefire. Good, Johnny, I will, mate. If you're happy for me to do that, Gator, you've won. But yeah, good, Johnny. Thank you very much, buddy.
Right on. All right, guys. Well, I think that's pretty much it for the 12th of February, 2023. Another successful coffee talk is in the can? Is that what they call it?
In the can.
In the
Yeah,
can.
if you want to go down that sort of. Yeah, we can pretend this is like Hollywood, couldn't we?
Get that out of the can. Get that. What does that mean in the can?
I don't know. No, it's the round can that these put the film in. So at the end of the filming, when the director went cut, get it in the can. It means it was kept in this big silver can, wasn't it?
Right.
So
Yeah, we did cover the reticle story a little bit, and unfortunately I don't have enough info on it. My sense of it based on listening to the CCs and the guys who do all the calculations, and I'm talking about the guys who have the tanks.gg site and a couple of the other CCs that are heavily into the math side of it. I think the general consensus is that it's actually not a thing, not a big deal.
right.
But I'm not going to hang my hat on that. I'd have to do more research. I sort of ignored it because based on what I read, it didn't matter that much to me.
Yeah.
I think because at the end of the day, what you want to do is let the circle close as much as possible. The shots do group around the center, which is why when you shoot, even with an unzoomed shot, it will tend to clump around the center. It's just that center clump will get larger the bigger the dispersion is. So
Yeah.
I think that's the bottom line.
I think to be fair, I think it's probably a cosmetic thing or a psychological thing. It's nothing.
Yes, Knee Jerk. I believe it is one of the tanks.gg guys that made the mod to show the difference there. But I think there was some more information brought out, and the other somewhat problem with it all is he admits and he knows he doesn't have all of the data on how the math is done.
Yeah.
There's some hidden stuff server side. And I'm not saying hidden because it's a conspiracy. I'm just saying it's server side calculations and things that they're not privy to.
Yeah.
So don't know.
There's a question. I've just sent you something. If you want to put it up if you can put it up screen, I've just sent you that. I don't know if you can.
On Discord?
There is a question. From Leaf asking you what you bought me for Valentine's Day.
Nothing.
No,
I haven't even
nothing.
I haven't even bought my wife a Valentine's Day card yet.
But
That's
also I've got a hoodie on order with that picture which I've just sent you. If you can get it up on your screen, I don't know if you can, so people can see. And I'm going to get you a T-shirt with that on, so you will have Pilgrim on your T-shirt.
oh, good lord. Well, hold on, because I
It might
got
be a bit complicated for you to do that, but I just thought I'd send it.
admin. Oh yeah, you're. I don't know if I can. That's interesting. That just went away. I can't. Oh, wait. Open a browser. I can't do this. Hold on. I can make this happen. All
Cool.
right. Let's do that. Let's
Something
go back.
lacy to wear while you play arty. I think so. Guns on the shirt. Yeah, you're right, good Johnny. I've had the
There it
high
is.
five knock on my door.
There it is.
There you go. So, just as a quick, very.
I don't think that's as good as the gnarly
No,
elbow.
it's not. No, it's nowhere near as good as the gnarly elbow. But I am an admin for DayZ now, on a particular server called The Exploited. Check it out if you want to play DayZ for fun. It's good enough. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they made me an admin. They don't know what they've done. They have no idea what they've done by making me an admin. Life
I
has changed for them.
just feel like there's a server fire in their future or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a just-in-time gifter these days for things like Valentine's Day and stuff. I just go to the store the day before, get some cards, and try to come up with something.
Well, we said on stream, I don't think I've said it on Coffee Talk, but I got notification on, I want to say late Thursday evening, that we were doing Valentine's Day on Saturday this weekend, as opposed to next Tuesday. So I had like 24 hours to get my shit together. Man, that was hard. That was hard. Yeah, managed to do it though. We had a good Valentine's yesterday.
Excellent. Yeah, we're going out to dinner. It's Tuesday, right?
Cool.
I think it is Tuesday. Tomorrow's the 12th.
I think it's Tuesday, yeah.
No, tomorrow's 13th, and then Tuesday's the 14th. So there you go. All right, guys. It could be the balloon apocalypse, my friends, or as some of the other articles I've seen, it's like they're shooting down aliens. Like, oh my goodness gracious. So you're telling me aliens came from across time and space? They've been flying around the Earth for however long, since the Egyptians were here, or whatever your view of that is.
I mean, you've got to think,
And just now, they're super slow, and we can now shoot them down.
Yeah. So they warped their way to planet Earth and then jumped into a hot air balloon. Of course they did.
It floated very slowly over only the United States. Okay, got it. All right, that is it, my friends. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the follows and whatnot. We got TL Wiz with the resub. We got Danube, welcome, and Zach Killa Gaming. Awesome. And that's pretty much it, guys. We're going to head out. You guys have a good Super Bowl Sunday. Good luck to your team. I hope it's a good game. That's all I'm looking for. I'm going to have a couple beers. I'm going to have some wings. Take it easy. Watch the game. And that is all I've got, Pilgrim. Oh, wait. We got to raid somebody. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But that's all I've got from the correct side of the Atlantic, sir.
Oh, there's nobody I know. Who we got? Anybody got any suggestions? Let's see who's up. Usually I can click on that and there's somebody I know, but I just clicked on it and there's nobody I know. What do we got here?
We haven't even got a stack up running today, by the looks of it.
No. Yeah, let's go. Let's raid Guido. He's sitting there babbling about stuff.
We just had another fellow Chariot of Chariots.
Oh, much appreciated. Chariot of Chariots. Appreciate that. How about, I guess we can go over to God Pack unless somebody's got a... Yeah, Dez is... Yeah, I hate to... I always feel like a tryhard when I raid the big guys like that, so I try to stay away from that. I don't know if that matters or not, but there you go. Let's go raid God Pack. That'll work.
Yeah.
I think I've rated him.
Watching the Super Bowl
I've rated him
anyway,
before because he's on my list. All right, guys. Much appreciated. It's Guido signing off from the left side of the Atlantic.
Pilgrim signing off from the correct side of the Atlantic, sir.
3, a 2, a 1. We'll see you guys later.